3 goals and 3 points on Tuesday shows that Crawley do have it in them to make a fight of League One survival. But today's opponents, Wycombe, have only lost twice away from Adams Park all season and currently sit second in the League One table. Can Crawley pick up where they left off on Tuesday in their quest for the great escape from League One relegation? Well, a very good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome from the Broadfield Stadium from me, Gary Smith, your fellow commentator for today. And as per usual, along with my home match summariser, Tony Vesey, we're all set to bring you full match coverage of this Sky Bet League One fixture between Crawley Town and the chairboys of Wycombe Wanderers. If you haven't heard the team news in the build-up to today's game, Crawley make 2 changes to the starting lineup for today as Kamari Doyle and Tyrese John Jules come in place of Panuche Kamara and Tola Shawonbi. The side in full then, Wallacott in goal, the back three Radcliffe, Conroy and Barker. Forster playing one side, Swan the other, Ibrahim and Anderson in a more central area. Doyle may be in there as well, but certainly behind the front two of Tyrese John Jules and Rashawn Hepburn Murphy. Substitute for Crawley this afternoon, Rory Feely back on the bench, having served his 1-match suspension after his red card last week. Gavin Holohan is there, Armando is there, Adi Adeyemo, Tola Shawonbi, and maybe a first appearance in a Crawley shirt this afternoon, and first chance for the fans to see Canadian international Liam Fraser. He's on the bench this afternoon, wearing the number 10 shirt, recently vacated by Ronan Darcy. He's on the bench. Will he get a chance to come on and show exactly what he can do? Radcliffe looks for a long diagonal ball out to that far side. Swan gets a good touch forward. Anderson, right hand side of the box, lays it off. Swan with a curling effort! Oh, what a goal that is! Will Swan, outside of the right foot. A brilliant little 1-2 between Swan and Anderson. And Will Swan bends one beyond the goalkeeper, Norris. And Crawley have made the perfect start here at the Broadfield Stadium. He wasn't on the score sheet on Tuesday night, but he was instrumental in the goals. He was on the score sheet last Saturday, and he is on the score sheet again here this afternoon. Will Swan coming in from that right-hand side. 7th goal of the season for the Crawley number 9. Perfect start for Crawley. 5.5 minutes on the clock, Tony. Crawley Town 1, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Activity inside the penalty area, into the box it comes. Crawley look to try and get the first one. Brilliant save by Wallacott. Chased down on that far side, looked for all the world like that was going to go beyond the goalkeeper's grasp. Wallacott makes the save, but the danger hasn't gone yet. There's the shot. Crawley managed to block out the danger. It breaks for Skura on that far side. Still for Udo. Breaks for Udo, cuts in field. Is this the equaliser? Curls it beyond the goalkeeper. And Udo gets the equaliser. And Wycombe back on level terms. Back slightly, everybody else has gone forward. Barker gets it into the area. Easy header is won by the Wycombe defence. It goes back to Barker. Hooks one into the penalty area. Little flick header. Goalkeeper has to go down to his right-hand side to make a save. Doyle it was who got the little glance on the header.
Kamari Stone.
Might be a little bit disappointed. Crawley that they didn't do more with it. Centre area, and it's slid forward brilliantly by Fraser. What a ball that is. Hepburn Murphy on the right-hand side. At the angle, flashes one across the goal. Norris always seems to have the confidence it was going to go wide of the post. It was always going to be a tight angle, Tony, for Rashawn Hepburn Murphy. Once again, though, Fraser instrumental with a brilliant... Yeah. There goes the final whistle. And Crawley gets a battling point here at home against Wycombe Wanderers. Both the goals in the first half, but 4 points out of the 6 that have been available this week is a good return for Crawley Town. If they can back that up with 3 more on Tuesday night, there's 7 points out of the 9 from the 3 home games that have been available. I'm sure Rob Elliott and his team will be delighted, but we'll look back on this one. Tony and I will update the radio listeners in just a moment. I'll get Tony's reflections on the game. Reaction from Rob Elliott to come, of course. Thank you for joining us on iFollow this afternoon. Tony and myself are back with you on Tuesday night for Crawley versus Wigan Athletic, as the 2 sets of players take the applause of both the sets of fans around the ground. 4,330 people here to see this one this afternoon, and it finishes Crawley Town 1, high-flying Wycombe Wanderers 1. Come the end of the season, that could be a vital point. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Reds fans. It is the 3rd home game in the space of a week, and after 4 points out of the last 6, Crawley had the chance to go level on points tonight with Peterborough, who are just outside the relegation zone if they can gather another 3 points. Tonight's opponents, Wigan, are themselves only 6 points clear of safety and can easily still be dragged into the relegation scrap too. Can Crawley maintain their recent momentum? and gain another valuable 3 points here tonight at a very chilly Broadfield Stadium. Well, a very good evening everybody, and a very warm welcome from the Broadfield from me, Gary Smith, as per usual, your iFollow commentator for tonight, and along with my summariser, former Crawley Town skipper Tony Vesey. We are all set to bring you full match coverage of this Sky Bet League One fixture between the Red Devils of Crawley and the Latics of Wigan Athletic. A rearranged fixture, of course, that was cancelled a few weeks ago because of Wigan's involvement in the FA Cup. And the personnel for Crawley tonight, as Rob Elliott tries to keep the squad rotating a wee bit, shows 3 changes from the side that started against Wycombe Wanderers in that brilliant draw on Saturday afternoon. Liam Fraser comes into the starting 11, as does Panuche Kamara and also Tola Shiwanmi. The 3 to drop out: Will Swan, Tyrese John-Jules and Bradley Ibrahim misses out owing to suspension because of the yellow card that he picked up on Saturday afternoon. Under control for Wigan in the centre circle, spreads it out to the left-hand side. Dale gets it. Mellish goes on the overlap. Darcy now goes on the overlap too. Looks to get to the byline. Clips one up towards this near side. The header goes down and it finds the back of the net. And it's Taylor that has the goal. A delayed reaction from the fans away to our left-hand side. But it's former Crawley Town player Ronan Darcy who got to the byline and stood it up into the penalty area. And Taylor nods it home. Hepburn Murphy on this left-hand side, a little bit isolated. Needs some red shirts to start arriving in the box. He's done well to get to the goal line, pulls it right back, takes a deflection. Doyle keeps it alive on that far side, pulls it back. Barker with the shot! Oh yes! Charlie Barker! He's not an attacking option, but he's found the back of the net with that one. And Crawley are back on level terms before the break. And if you're going to go behind, you need a quick response. And that is certainly what Crawley have got. Hepburn Murphy did brilliantly to get to the byline, pulled it across the penalty area. Kamara Doyle kept it alive on the far side, and when he rolled it back to Charlie Barker, he unleashed one from the edge of the box. Player standing around it. Wigan have got everybody back behind the ball, and I think he fancies this, the Brighton loanee. Panuche Kamara just a few yards behind him. Here comes Doyle now, gets it around the wall, goes towards the near post. Keeper makes the save, doesn't quite do enough to keep it in play, and the assistant referee on that far side deems that it is going to be a second corner kick of the evening to Crawley Town, and there might just be slides it forward for Doyle, turns away from trouble, tries to go towards the touchline on this near side. Barker's there in support, gets it now, chance to cross the ball into the box, does just that. Forster coming in on it, Forster gets the header, just wide of the post. I don't think it's too often, Tony, that was said since the time Harry Forster's been here, that Harry Forster wins the header. And for the second game running, Crawley have to be content with just a point, and they have to be content with a 1-1 draw. Saturday was a decent point against Wycombe Wanderers, but tonight against Wigan Athletic, they've come from behind after the visitors took the lead after 39 minutes. Charlie Barker with a thunderous strike after 42. It's Crawley 22nd in the table, played 31 with 29 points. The bottom 4, Burton Albion, played 32, got 29 points. Then Crawley, Shrewsbury have played 32 and got 27. Cambridge United have played 31 and got 23. Just above the relegation line, Peterborough played 31 and got 31 points. Northampton have played 31 and got 33. Bristol Rovers have got 31 and played 35. Exeter are 17th, they played 30 and got 35.